Nope. No. I went onto the show thinking I was super straight. Actually went in looking for my husband, looking for love. Had no inkling, not even a little bit, not even thinking I might be on the side. I went in there. I fell in love with a woman. You can watch the whole thing. Literally, anybody could watch. And I fell deeply in love because women make you do that when you're gay. Anyway, she votes me out. I lose. She wins. We don't end together. But I know I'm gay now. So thank you. I got that from the show. I won that. I'm a winner. I'm a winner.
Something LGBT happened to us again. My wife just spotted potentially another... Oh my god, this looks like multiple notes. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, let's hope it's not from local transphobic children. So I'll show you our reaction to the second note, but unfortunately the first note has identifying marks on it. I think they might be nicknames, and I don't want to out this child potentially. So here is the first note without the nicknames being shown. Yeah, they got some flags on here. They got bisexual. I'm pretty sure they put an E at the end, which honestly, bisexual, kind of better. Tran, gay, lesbian, and skateboard, my favorite queer identity. And here's me and my partner reading the second note. Open the girl you met by a note. I am really happy you got the note. For a second I thought you wouldn't see it, but you did, and I'm very glad you are not afraid to tell that you're... Well,
I don't know.
Well, I don't know everyone, but thank you so much for supporting your new friend, the girl who wrote the note. In my haste and excitement, I misread it. It says, I am very glad you are not afraid to tell everyone that you're, well, I don't know. But thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for supporting, no matter what we are. We love and support you too. We got the bi flag up in our window now. I'll show you what the front of our house looks like now. There's our big queer flag. There's the message to her that we posted. There's where our pumpkins were. It became a problem for us. And the bi flag is now in our front window. So to our new friend and to any other tiny friends out there, be gay and do crimes forever.
So my job being a corn star has actually been really good for mine and my boyfriend's relationship. Just because we don't do a lot of extracurricular activities in the bedroom anymore, I really now know that he appreciates me for who I am, and I feel the same way about him.
This is the story of how I walked into what could have only been the opening scene to a gay porn movie. So my junior year of college, I got assigned this random roommate. He seemed pretty fine, but his best friend always hung out at our house, his best friend. And they never wore shirts, which I wasn't mad about because they were attractive. I was in the closet, just secretly hiding in the corner looking at them. But I came home one night and there were 3 shirtless men sitting at my dining room table, drinking red wine and eating French onion soup. I walk in the door and they scream, "It's a shirtless party." So my closeted ass grabs my Xbox right in front of my pants, because you know what's going on down there, and runs out the door for the rest of the night instead of staying to see what happens. So, was it the beginning of a porno or not? You tell me.
And I want you to know that, by the way, you are worthy of life. You are. Thank you in advance. I don't wanna dance. I don't need your hands all over me. If I want a man, then I'ma get a man. But it's never my priority. I was in my zone before you came along. Don't want you to take this place to the
I just came back from the dead and they told me, you still not that girl.
Girlfriend seeking girlfriend. Well, kinda. I mean girlfriend very loosely. Let's go out dancing, eat out, to the mall and hang out, but like we can kiss or whatever. In a very happy, healthy relationship, not looking for a third or a unicorn. But we can talk about it more.
You say that I'm messing with your head. All 'cause I was making out with your friend. Love hurts, whether it's right or wrong. I can't stop, 'cause I'm having too much fun. You're on your knees, begging please stay with me.
If one more man asks me if I'm a top or a bottom before they know what I do for a living, I swear to God I'm gonna sign up for fucking conversion therapy. And obviously it won't even work, but it'll be better than dealing with the shallow men in the dating scene right now.
Gay community, every motherfucking guy follows each other. Like, we have so many mutuals. Like, so many.
It just as itself, open gay individuals, hard to find. Now, an open gay individual that is attractive to you and is like interesting, talented, not racist, respectful, you can see how you could get pretty small. That's why you see like followed by.
Oh.
Like, oh, I know him.
Oh, wait, I know him too.
Oh, really? You talked to him? Yeah, like 3 years back. Oh, cool.
We have all talked to the same guys.
Did you know that I'm never leaving? 'Cause I miss the snow till death will be freezing. Yeah, you are my home for all seasons. So
No, I am not gay, and no, I am not straight. I'm the B in this bitch, pop pride all day. I like girls, I like guys. I like to eat the pussy, then again, I like to ride. Yeah, I like kissing them girls, and then I put the dick inside. I'm a sexual bitch, and I ain't got nothing to hide.
I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal, though.
It is so bad, I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1.
she looks just like a dream, the prettiest girl I've ever seen.
I think it found our faces. So when I came out as non-binary, you were like, well, what does that make me, right?
Correct.
How did you get over that? When I transitioned, you had to transition too.
Yeah, you know, just...
Yeah, you know, just. What did you do?
It's not just like an easy switch. You just, boom, you're different than you thought you were your whole life. But, you know, you take some time to think about who you love and who the person is, and, you know, really just love, I just love the person.
You love the soul, the heart.
Yeah, and the labels part of it just really became irrelevant.
Good.
Think that was good in any way.
I like girls.
What? Oh. Okay.
I mean, I feel like you can't tell or something that I like women, that I'm flirting with you. You're not getting it, and I'm really good at this. I have game. Which means either you're not into women and the whole world is upside down bonkers because I know, or you're not into me and I'm totally deluding myself.
No. You're not deluding yourself.
I'm not.
No. I am a human rainbow. And you do. You've got a lot of game. You have a very sexy something going on, believe me. But there's a thing about you that bugged me. You walk around like you own the place. It's annoying.
It's charming. Do you want to grab a drink sometime?
See? That is what I mean. No, I do not want to grab a drink with you.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Shut up, fine. I'll have a drink with you.
And I promise, you will not regret it.
Go away.
Don't look at me like that. Don't act straight when you're gay. Let's go!
As a trans man, do you still get your period? I feel like every time I mention that I'm trans in a video, there is gonna be that question. I find that so weird, but this time it's okay because I specifically asked you guys to ask me questions. So after I started taking testosterone, I had my period like 2, maybe 3 times. Every time it was just a bit less and then it was gone completely. Yay! And I'm really grateful because that was kind of horrible.
What was that? Was that a
Facebook notification? See that? What were you looking at? A straight wedding, a gender reveal, a baby announcement? Honey, I've done everything I can up until this point to protect you from the straight agenda. They claim that we have an agenda. Take my hand. We know that agenda is just brunch, human rights, a caffeine addiction, and overachieving. I told you that straight people are like fairies, right? They're not really real. They're just, I know I told you it was satire and that it was camp, but it's not. They're real. Honey, this wedding has barn doors. How was I supposed to explain that to you? The straights will go on Facebook and share everything. Their divorce, whatever it is, they have no secrets and no shame. I know I told you that our neighbors were besties, you know, like a man and a woman, besties, just living together. They're married. Yep, like Donkey Kong and Mommy. Yep, they kiss. They would just consider that there's children of gay people just walking around. It's confusing. You one day feel like you're straight. At the end of the day, you're a 6-year-old child wearing a custom suit made by gays in Portland. What do we do about it? Good question. Nothing. Straight people are people too. They have feelings. And all we can do is just be allies. Anyway, I'm gonna finish making our avocado toast. What? What's a TGI Fridays? Okay, I'm gonna call the doctor.
After the buddy that broke my back, and not in a fun way, I got a text from my straight friend the next day saying, "Let's grab pho, it's on me." My initial thought was, oh, you're buying me pho because you're too afraid to pho. But honestly, I wasn't upset anymore. I was just a little bit embarrassed, confused. We didn't often go to dinner, so I knew this was going to be our come to Jesus moment, so I prepared myself, and I got to the restaurant, sat down, and the normal crackle of conversation that's so easy between us, gone. In its place, a very tense silence. Could tell he was bristling with something he needed to say. We ordered our food. The food arrived. And then he finally spilled into a monologue. He said, "Josh, all my life, I've attracted gay friends. We just get along. But I've never been attracted to them, not physically, until I met you." And he'd been looking down when he was speaking, but when he said that, he looked at me and he continued. He said, "Josh, when I'm around you, I want to touch you. I want to run my fingers through your hair. I want to play with your hands. And it terrifies me. I don't know what it means. I don't know if it has to mean anything." He was looking at me like he was a man hunted by something, and I knew that fear. I know that fear. And I knew it was my time to say something, so I took a breath and I said, "I can't tell you what it means, but I can tell you this. I'm afraid too. I've messed around with guys in the past who maybe didn't quite know who they were, and it always left me hurt. I'm also afraid because I like you. A lot." We lapsed back into silence, and after a while he softly said, "Josh, what do we do?" I took another breath and I said, "I think we do exactly what we've been doing. We spend time with each other. We let ourselves be affectionate if we want. We follow that affection further if we want. But you have to promise me one thing." And he nodded. I said, "Don't you ever call me buddy again." We break into laughter, and he puts his hand on my hand and he says, "Oh, trust me, I'm never going to call you that again, bud." We break into laughter again, and the old warmth, it was back.
And what the hell are we? Tell me we weren't just friends. This doesn't make much sense. No.
This man took me out for pizza as though he did not rail me 30 minutes ago.
No, don't make it gay. Just no, you looked at me. That's why.
Put a finger down, lesbian edition. Put a finger down if you have never had a crush on a straight girl. Put a finger down if you came out as bi before you were a lesbian. Put a finger down if you prefer calling yourself gay or queer instead of lesbian. Put a finger down if you made a thirst trap before. Put a finger down if you have that like one famous boy that you'd be like, okay, he can put me back in the closet. Who is it? Put a finger down if you don't mind your partner having long nails. Put a finger down if you watch straight porn. Put a finger down if you had crushes on boys, but they were extremely feminine boys in middle school. Put a finger down if you're a femdom. I think we need more representation. Put a finger down if you don't label yourself as a femme, masc, or anything like that. Put a finger down if you have a nicotine addiction. Put a finger down if you never drink water. Get some water, bitch. Put a finger down if you're an introvert. Put a finger down if you would actually make the first move. And put a finger down if you hate lesbian stereotypes.
I'll let you have sex with me.
That's gay.
They said we couldn't do it.
Looks like we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby.
Yo, bro, do you know that song that goes like, I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through.
To make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two.
We don't talk about Bruno, but
You're turning around, I can see. Just wait and see. Cause all that it takes is a little reinvention. It's easy to change if you give it your attention.
So I just got home from like one of the weirdest nights of my life. I went to Provincetown to grab a drink with someone, and then after I was leaving, some other guy texted me being like, hey, want to grab a drink? I was like, fuck it. So I went to grab a drink with this guy, which was fine. He was really cute. And then we were like, we should go to your place. So we got up to go, and he drove me to my car so we could just both park at his place. And then a police car came behind us. I was like, oh shit. But it didn't stop for me. It went past me and stopped him. So I kept going, like, what the hell is happening? I turned down a side street. He texted me being like, go to my address. He texted me the address. I went to the address. I waited for him until he texted me, hey, I've been arrested and I might need you to bail me out. I'm like, what the hell is happening? This was like a traffic cop. And so I waited more for some reason before calling the police and being like, hey, is he here? Can I come get him? And they're like, no, he is here, but you should go sleep because bail has not been processed yet. And so I drove like 30, 40 minutes home. Immediately when I got in bed, he called me being like, hey, so I don't have anyone's number because they took my phone, but they said, you called, can you please help me? So I was like, okay, how? Bail me out. Go to my apartment. I have tons and tons of $1 bills, thousands of $1 bills in a crate. And so I found his apartment. I found the $1 bills, like thousands of them. And then I went to the police station with these $1 bills. And they were like, sorry, we can't do this. We need to bring someone in to actually verify this for us. So I waited 2 more hours until it was 5 a.m. I was like hung over on the steps of this place, like convulsing, holding stacks of cash until finally this person came and he was let out, and they kept his phone, his wallet, and towed his car. And I was like, well, shit. So I drove him home and he was like, please stay over. I was like, I just want to sleep, but also I don't want to drive 40 minutes. I feel like shit. So I stayed. And then he was like, I have a court appointment tomorrow. So I drove him to his court appointment at like 7:30 a.m., 40 minutes away. And I worked from home outside of the court, taking video calls on a little picnic table until I finally could go home. And now I'm here and I'm dead. That's all. That's all.
Hi. I have my first mildly upsetting testosterone update today. I got a haircut, and it doesn't look bad. I like the cut itself. She gave me what I wanted. But what I don't like is this right here. See this? That's a bald spot. My hair is thinning, which is a side effect of testosterone, don't get me wrong. But why is it always your hair's gonna thin? Why is it not your hips are gonna thin or your dysphoria's gonna thin? No, just my head. Pretty soon, I'm gonna look like that. I better grow facial hair before I go completely bald. Otherwise, I'm going to look ridiculous. Anyway, have a great day.
Girls' dorms are red, boys' dorms are blue. We're not making purple, buddy.
My youth pastor had to amend that, and he had to add in no dark blue either, which is when you get blue and blue and blue. He knew.
He knew what I was doing. He knew
The
what
fucking faggot. And the green is crystal PMT. Little bands that central PMT. Fans of the season, central and free from my lands of Japan.
Live in the projects and smelling fishy. This bitch right here.
Tripping like I don't got that designer. Wait. Do you think I have designer? Like what brand comes to mind when you think of?
I think your shit is Shein. That's what it screams. Shein. On Black Friday with a sale. That shit is discounted.
Oh my god.
It's getting a little too straight in here. Cut it. It's getting a little too hectoro. Cut it.
I'm just a guy being a dude. I'm just a guy being a dude. I'm just a guy.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm high on crack.
Something that I never had. Probably shouldn't tell you this, but fuck it. Here's my confession. I'm kinda hooked on you and in the mood for an episode. In January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Material girl. I want Chanel 9 boots. Saw this nigga steady jocking cause they know I'm the truth.
Alright, so here's a silly thing that I was not prepared for before top surgery. When you wear certain shirts and you don't have to wear a binder or any bandages or anything like that anymore, your nipples will show through the shirts. And I am so used to my nipples either causing me dysphoria or needing to hide them because it's not like socially acceptable for women's nipples to show, that every time I see them I'm like, oh god, I gotta hide my nipples.
So I used to work in customer service and people ask me all the time if I miss it. And the answer is obviously no. And people just assume I hated it because of the customers. But it wasn't always the customers. Sometimes it was the coworkers. Like this one time I was working at this coffee shop and we had just hired a new employee. She was young, she seemed to like the same things as me. I thought we would get along. Until one day, I was working on bar with my manager, so the two of us were standing right beside each other making drinks, and she walks up to the both of us. And she turns to me and says, I just wanted to ask, what are your pronouns? I was like, oh my god, an ally. So I tell her I like he or they. She goes, oh, okay, but then turns to my manager and says, so he or they, just took a shit on the floor in the back.
What happened to your face? It's filthy.
It is?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I was cleaning the chimney.
We have no chimney.
What?
It is so bad, I want to give you a 0, but that's not possible. So I give you a 1.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
This has happened way too often to me and to others like me. Please stop. It's weird. And flattering at the same time.
I should put some ice on my baby.
is one requirement that the CDC and I both have in common. We both require that a mask sits on my face.
I put on green makeup.
You did? Let me see.
You can't get.
Did you take it off? It looks iconic.
Gabrish, do you think Luca's gay?
Yes.
I think Luca's bisexual and Alberto's gay. But the girl, I don't know.
Wait, who-
Miss
the-
Red Hair.
Miss Red.
Red Hair. Miss Red Hair. She.
Miss Gingerbread.
Julietta. Yeah, Julietta. Julietta, whatever her name is. She sells fish. She's single.
She's giving fish, honey.
She's giving fish. Serving fish.
She's serving fish.
And she gets.
Stunting pretty.
And I
Is
think
she the girl from New York City?
Yes.
Is she from New York?
Yes, she got a New York pass. This is her as a kid, meeting two sea monsters who are gay. One gay, one bisexual. You know what I wish? Disney had a gay prince.
Oh,
And a gay princess. Yeah.
What do you think Disney was trying to say with Luca?
So they were trying to say, like, send a message. That
Anyone
can do anything and it doesn't matter what you are. Or what you are, or what you love, or who you love. It's based on, like literally anyone can do anything and if you don't know that, go die.
Oh.
Go read a book about something and you don't know microwave. Oh my god.
Off a microwave.
And do what you want and be who you want to be. You just copied me. Girl, do you think I care? You all adults.
So you guys
Fight today? You want to fight?
a fight,
You want to fight? Girl.
but Luca said love everyone.
Yes, but Luca's wrong.
The gospel of Luca.
I know you're 7, but you're gonna go. I'm not 7. You're 8. But
The girls are
I know you're
fighting.
little, but you are gonna die.
Baby, don't you know that I want you? It's only getting stronger, what am